All right, so welcome to Study Skills, and Academic Success. Introduction. The objective of this unit is to understand essential study skills to excel academically. Basically, what can you do to study better to help yourself? Different topics: time management, note-taking techniques, the actual study environment itself, test prep, and having a growth mindset. Why are study skills important? Well, it builds a strong academic foundation, improves grades, reduce stress, prepare for college and career success, enhance critical thinking and problem solving abilities. Basically, it's stuff that's going to help you now with your grades, but it's things that are going to help you long term once you get beyond high school. Time management, we've already covered a bit of that in prior units, so we're not going to get into great detail, but basic tips, reminders: use a planner, digital calendar. Most of us, we use Google Calendar. You can set reminders for a week before a test, a month before a test. I've got stuff in my calendar that's a year from now that will pop up reminders sporadically before time, so I can't forget. We've talked breaking tasks into smaller, manageable chunks, prioritizing, and the key one that people still fight is don't multitask. I know some people think they do better when they multitask, but you do a slightly inferior job on every task you're doing when you're trying to multitask as compared to doing one and then doing the next and then doing the next. Again, the Pomodoro technique, using different to-do lists. Effective note-taking techniques. Cornell Notes, that's what I'm going to have you do an assignment with later this week. But it divides your page into notes, cues, and summary sections. Mind mapping, it's a visual method of organizing information. Outlining is a more structured way of summarizing information. Different tips. Review, summarizing notes after class. Use abbreviations to save time. Key there is reviewing. If you take a bunch of notes today and then don't look at them again until you have a test a month from now, it's not going to do you nearly as much good as if you take your notes today and then this afternoon, this evening, skim through them. Just go through them, look real quick, remind yourself, skim through some past days, remind yourself what you've learned so it actually stays in your head. Creating a productive study environment. Kind of talked about organizational skills, I think it was last week. Had you all send me before and after pictures of your organization. This is where that comes into play more. Finding a quiet, well lit space. Typo there. Remove distractions. Get rid of phones, unnecessary tabs on your computer. If you don't need it there, get rid of it. A consistent study space. If you study at your dinner table or you have a desk in your room or wherever it is, make it consistent and do that there every time. Using background music if it's helpful for focus. Remember, again, we talked about it in the prior weeks. No words. Just the musical part of music can help with focus for some people. Once lyrics get involved, it becomes an issue. Test prep. Sorry. Zach's here helping me, so that's him making noise.
If I burp.
Test prep strategies. Before a test, start studying early and spread it out. So, if I have a test next week, Friday, I am not going to save all my studying for Thursday night. I'm going to find out, if I find out about the test now, or tomorrow will be Monday for me, then I'm going to start studying tomorrow. Review past tests and quizzes. Information tends to build on past information. So review the tests, review the quizzes, and also look for clues and tips on how that person actually writes their tests, asks their questions, so you have an idea of what to expect. Creating a study guide or flashcards. I know a lot of teachers at Brown City will give you a study guide that kind of takes that step out of there for you. If not, make your own. When you're taking the test, slow down. Read your instructions carefully. Get rid of the easy questions first. If you can look at a page and see there's multiple questions you know the answer to right away. Get them done, and then but then worry about anything else that's to come. Manage time wisely. Don't take too long on one question. If you only have one class period or two class periods to complete a test, don't spend 40 minutes just trying to figure out one part. Move on. Come back to that one later. Active learning techniques. Active learning is engaging with material beyond passive reading or listening. So just sitting there watching lecture, maybe taking some notes, it's not going to do as much for you. Self-testing, make flashcards, make up quizzes, teach the material to somebody else. Or big key one is group study discussions. It doesn't even need to be specifically a discussion set up as a group study. If you're sitting at lunch with your friends, talk about what went on in class today. Talk about what's going to be on a test coming up. Have conversations about it. Explain it to each other, and that's going to help. Let's see. The growth mindset. This is kind of key here. Growth mindset is believing you can develop your abilities through effort and persistence. It's knowing that you can learn it. It's knowing that you can do it eventually, even if you can't yet. It's going to help you overcome challenges. It encourages learning from mistakes. So look at failure as a learning opportunity. Like, okay, you didn't get it right this time. What am I going to do different next time? A lot of you, not a lot of you, several of you kind of struggle the first week or two of this class with getting your homework turned in. Some people, it was a matter of actually doing the homework. Some of you, it was simple, just submitting it the wrong way. So instead of looking at it as a failure and how horrible I am for it and getting down on yourself, okay, what did I learn? How am I going to be better next time? And it should make this class a lot easier for you. And then set goals and track your progress. I talked about SMART goals, I think a couple of weeks ago. Use them. Balancing school and life. This one's key. You guys need a life outside of school as well as succeeding in school. So prioritize physical and mental health. Genuinely give yourself time to be happy. Do the things you enjoy. Take breaks for yourself. Avoid burnout. That's why part of the studying we talked about chunking it. Take 5 minutes out of every half hour or every hour to just take your head off the notes, forget it for a minute, and then go back to work. Getting adequate sleep. Maintain a healthy routine. I know some of you fight me on the sleep thing. It helps. It reduces stress. It makes life easier on you. Maintaining a healthy routine. If your body's healthy, your mind are healthy, then you can actually perform to your full abilities. And then involve yourself in some extracurriculars, but don't overcommit at the same time. Don't go out and get a job and then commit to playing a sport and then commit to other things where you have zero time to yourself, zero time to relax. You want extracurriculars, you want to be involved, but you don't want to destroy yourself to do it either. And some helpful study resources, a couple different books. You've got 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens and also How to Study. Some websites, there's a ton out there. Khan Academy, Quizlet. On YouTube, there's tutorials for everything. There are lessons on everything. A lot that will help. Different apps. Forest is a good one for helping focus. And then Google Keep is a good app for taking notes. But let's see. Conclusion, a few key takeaways. Develop and practice time management study habits. Create a conducive learning environment. Set yourself up to succeed. And then adopt that growth mindset for continuous improvement. Be proud of where you're at. Be proud of what you've learned. But set yourself up to learn even more. And then balance academics with health and social activities. You need them all. Don't give up every bit of your social life just for school, but don't give up your school for your social life either. So if you follow these things, it should help. If you find yourself throughout the week struggling or need help with anything, remember, come see me during seminar on Monday. I'll be after school until 4 helping out. And You can come down anytime during my prep, second period. I'm not always in my room, but I typically am. I'm happy to help, so let me know what you need.